Have you ever felt someone slipping away but couldn't quite grasp why? It's like watching a friend slowly fade into the background of your life. This feeling is especially common with INFJs, known for their complex personalities and invisible boundaries. This video will explore 6 telltale signals an INFJ has checked out emotionally. Whether you're an INFJ or trying to understand one, you're about to become fluent in the subtle language of INFJ detachment. Before we start, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our weekly deep dives into the world of personality types. And if you are looking to achieve a deeper understanding of yourself and your personality type, click the link in the comments to take our favorite free personality test. Sign number 1, the silent treatment. Picture this. You're texting your INFJ friend, expecting one of their usual thoughtful paragraphs. Instead, you get a one-word reply. Or worse, no reply at all. It's like trying to converse with a brick wall, right? But here's the thing. For INFJs, this silence isn't just the absence of noise. It's a form of self-preservation. INFJs are known for their rich inner worlds and deep connections. They're the ones who can make you feel like you're the only person in the room. But when that connection frays, it's like a light switch flipping off. Suddenly, the warm, engaging INFJ becomes as quiet as a library at midnight. Why? What's going on behind that wall of silence? Trust me, it's not just about being introverted or needing space. When an INFJ goes quiet, it's their way of saying, I've given all I can, and now I need to protect myself. They're building an invisible fortress around their heart, brick by brick, with each moment of silence. Remember, INFJs are the ultimate empaths. They absorb emotions like a sponge, but sometimes their sponge gets too full. The silent treatment is their way of wringing out the excess, of creating a buffer between themselves and the emotional overload. Sign number 2, the empathy shutdown. Imagine carrying the weight of everyone's emotions on your shoulders daily. Exhausting, right? INFJs are like emotional sponges, soaking up feelings until they're completely saturated. Research shows that this kind of empathic overload can lead to burnout, affecting mental and physical health. Picture this. An INFJ at a party, initially engaging warmly with everyone, offering comfort and understanding. But as the night wears on, you notice a change. Their usual warmth seems to vanish, replaced by an eerie emotional silence. It's not that they've suddenly turned cold. They've hit the emergency shutoff switch on their empathy. Why? It's all about survival. For INFJs, emotional burnout isn't just feeling tired, it's a full-blown crisis. When they stop offering support, they care too much and run on empty. Setting boundaries is not just about survival, it's about self-preservation. INFJs walk a tightrope between caring for others and protecting their emotional well-being. Sometimes, that tightrope feels more like a razor's edge. The real question is, how can they turn this challenging aspect of their personality into a strength? Sign number 3, the patience paradox. Picture this. Your INFJ friend has listened to your problems for hours, offering thoughtful advice and unwavering support. They're like a patient teacher, always ready with a kind word or gentle nudge. But what happens when that patience, stretched like a rubber band, finally snaps? INFJs are known for their almost superhuman levels of patience. They'll listen to your story for the 100th time, still nodding with genuine interest. But when an INFJ's patience runs out, it's a seismic shift in their emotional landscape. Imagine your understanding INFJ friend suddenly calling you out on your behavior. No sugarcoating, no gentle hints, just straight, unfiltered truth. It's like a switch has been flipped. The soft-spoken advisor is replaced by someone who's, dare we say it, blunt. This isn't just a bad mood or momentary lapse. When an INFJ's patience runs out, it's a fundamental shift in how they view the relationship. They stop sugarcoating and begin addressing problems directly. This change can be shocking to those used to their gentle approach. Remember, this isn't about becoming unkind. It's about prioritizing their emotional well-being over maintaining a facade of endless understanding. This shift can be beneficial, allowing the INFJ to set healthier boundaries and foster more honest communication. When they finally stop suppressing frustration, it's often a process that will enable them to reclaim their emotional energy and build more authentic connections. Sign number 4, the inner sanctum. Ever felt like you had a secret garden in your mind, filled with magical thoughts and fantastical ideas? That's the inner world of an INFJ. Picture a lush landscape where every flower represents a dream, every tree an insight, and every path a journey of self-discovery. But here's the thing. What happens when the garden gate suddenly slams shut and you're left standing on the outside? Imagine having a friend who used to share their deepest dreams, wildest fears, and most profound insights with you. Now, all you get are weather reports and small talk. They're not just being private, they've built an invisible wall between you and their true selves. This isn't your average, I need some space moment. It's a fundamental shift in how they see you. For INFJs, their inner world is their most precious possession. It's like a secret realm they carefully guard, only inviting those they trust. When an INFJ stops sharing this part of themselves with you, it's not just a mood swing or a phase. It's a sign that they no longer see you as a safe space for their vulnerability. This isn't about them being moody or needing alone time. It's about protecting their very essence. By closing off their inner world, they're not just setting a boundary, but safeguarding their emotional core. Sign number 5, the peaceful surrender. Here's the thing. INFJs are known for their determination, especially regarding relationships they value. They're the ones who'll move mountains to make things work. But what happens when an INFJ realizes all their effort is like trying to catch smoke with their bare hands? Imagine this. Your INFJ friend who used to debate with you for hours, trying to find common ground, now just shrugs and says, "Whatever you think is best." This isn't about them being passive-aggressive or giving up easily. It's a powerful statement that they choose their peace over a futile battle. But it gets tricky here. This peaceful surrender can often be misinterpreted. Others might see it as indifference or a sudden lack of caring, but it's quite the opposite. Studies show that individuals who remain in conflictual relationships often experience increased anxiety and depression. For INFJs, this can manifest as a deep sense of disconnection and a struggle to maintain their emotional balance. When an INFJ stops fighting, it's not because they don't care, it's because they've accepted that their energy is better spent elsewhere. Sign number 6, the self-care revolution. Picture this. Your INFJ friend, who'd sacrifice sleep to help you with a last-minute project, suddenly starts saying no to your requests. It's like watching a superhero trade their cape for a cozy robe. This is what happens when an INFJ embarks on their self-care revolution. INFJs are renowned for their selflessness, often putting others' needs before theirs. But what happens when they decide to prioritize themselves? Imagine your always available INFJ friend now having me time blocked off on their calendar. They're declining extra commitments and embracing bubble baths. This isn't about becoming selfish. It's about a fundamental shift in how INFJs view self-care and boundaries. When INFJs start prioritizing their well-being, it's a sign they've recognized the importance of self-preservation. It's about saying yes to themselves, often for the first time. Did you know that empaths like INFJs are 20% more likely to experience emotional burnout? That's why they're learning to set boundaries that impress even a fortress architect. For instance, an INFJ might start by implementing a no phone after 9 p.m. rule, or dedicating Sunday afternoons solely to recharging activities. But here's the challenge. How do INFJs maintain these newfound boundaries without succumbing to guilt? After all, saying no to others doesn't come naturally to these natural helpers. So, how can they balance self-care and their innate desire to support others? So, you've journeyed through the secret language of INFJ emotional withdrawal. Let's recap: sudden silence, increased alone time, and avoiding deep conversations are key signs. Understanding these signs isn't just about spotting when an INFJ is pulling away. It's about respecting their need to protect their emotional well-being. Take a moment to reflect. How can you create a safe space for the INFJs in your life to be themselves? If you want to continue the journey to understanding yourself or an INFJ in your life, click either of the following videos, where we continue to unlock the secrets of the INFJ personality type.